Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me. Today's reading is about your divine remembrance. Your divine remembrance and inevitable becoming. And to choose your reading, you're going to pick from one of the three cards I'm about to reveal and or one of the crystals I'm going to introduce. I always set my intentions for your highest and best good. All right, let's see what we have. For reading number 1, this is the card. It's card number 57, Squirrel Spirit. And for reading number 2, we have card 22, Dragonfly Spirit. And for reading number 3, card 17, Crow Spirit. If you'd like to hear what the crystals are, let me introduce those to you now. For reading number 1, we have this white or beige Jasper. And for reading number 2, we have blue Aragonite. And for reading number 3, clear quartz. All right, let your intuition guide you. Whichever image and or crystal you're most drawn to is most likely the reading meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to listen to 2 or even all 3 of the messages, as there may be additional guidance for you there. You'll find a link to all the readings in the description box below, as well as a list of all the cards that I use. And if I have a link where you can find those cards, I include that as well. Enjoy your reading. Hello, reading number 1. You chose the beige or white Jasper, which is connected to the root chakra, the sacral chakra. It's a mother stone of safety and soft resilience. Beige Jasper is like a gentle grounding hug. It absorbs stress and helps dissolve overactive thought loops, returning you to the stillness of the body. It offers sacred protection, acting as a guardian during spiritual work, especially when journeying inward or processing past wounds. And it deepens your connection with Mother Earth and the rhythms of nature. It's ideal for rituals that honor ancestors, seasons, or land spirits. And it supports long-term devotion to your path, helping you pace with compassion rather than urgency. And I love the synchronicity of this with the squirrel spirit. You know, squirrels are nature's gardeners, and they can actually tell, they can discern which seeds are viable and which aren't. And they know just exactly which is the right place to plant them, what soil is most appropriately fertile for that seed, and where it's going to get the right amount of light. If you ever watched a squirrel with an acorn or a pecan, planting something, you will see it moves around carrying that, and it doesn't just necessarily plant it the first place that it sees. Sometimes it'll even dig it up if it's like, you know what, I can already tell it's not going to get enough light there. Something, it follows its instincts, it trusts itself, and it knows how to plant seeds that are going to grow to fruition. So you're believing in yourself. You're remembering that you can trust yourself, and you're remembering that you have resourcefulness. You're a resourceful being that can guide and nurture seeds into fruition. All right, let's get some tarot cards and find out what else. What else about your divine remembrance, your inevitable becoming? Tell us about reading number 1's divine remembrance of who they are and their inevitable becoming in this 3D existence. All right, we have the 4 of Swords. Oh, here's 2. Let's get these 2. The 9 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. All right, with the 4 of Cups, we see someone here getting a facial. I love this depiction of, 4 of Swords. I said 4 of Cups. I love this depiction of the 4 of Swords because it doesn't look scary. It's somebody taking a much needed rest. And it's, you know how they say the body is the temple? Well, there's also a temple in your soul's memory, and it's a temple of peace that can't be disturbed by the noise of the world. Just like she's just totally, immersed in this peaceful environment. And this 4 of Swords is like this sacred pause. Remember with the squirrel spirit, I said, it wasn't the squirrel spirit, although sometimes squirrels do seem hurried to us, but all right, I'll come back to the squirrel. The white Jasper, I talked about how it helps you to not feel hurried or rushed. And definitely when you are doing self-care, you don't want to feel hurried or rushed. And again, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It could be a massage. It could be any type of pause. You want to enjoy it and you want to be fully immersed in that moment. And there is this place within your sacred soul memory where you can take these sacred pauses and recall who you truly are. Not your roles, not what you do, not who you serve, but your eternal essence that watches it all. And your inevitable becoming is through this sacred pause, through this rest. You're remembering how to connect with that temple in your soul's memory, and how to listen and feel and be. And with the Nine of Wands, I see this discernment, like I talked about with the squirrel, being able to discern which seeds are going to be able to grow, which are viable. You're learning to discern between your soulful wisdom and your learned egoic survival aspect, these different parts of you. And you're able to set boundaries. It's like you're in this moment where you're able to just kind of shut down the outside world. You're receiving an understanding that can't be put into words. It's an understanding that comes from living many lifetimes and surviving many trials and tribulations. And you've also survived some in this lifetime as well. And it's not carrying a wound so much as a wisdom. It's like these people who, our ancestors who maybe after a battle or an achievement, a transitional period in life that they've gone through, an initiation, they might get different tattoos. So it's like instead of these scars, you have these tattoos of wisdom etched in your soul that you're opening up to. You have access to this wisdom. Even if you don't remember this other lifetime and the experiences, you have this wisdom that you're connecting to in this temple within your soul's memory. And it's like you've been through the fire, but the fire didn't consume you. It tempered you, it refined you, and your inevitable becoming is shaped by your sacred resilience. So you're destined to be that pathfinder, that way shower for others who are still trying to find the light. It's like they see the light, but maybe their injuries are still too fresh for them to just walk towards the light. They might be kind of limping still. And so you're that pathfinder to find the easiest path, to help them find that way. And it's also just a reminder that you don't have to be on guard. The gates to your heart can be open again. And the Ace of Cups, the overflowing chalice, is that opening again. It's that confirmation of the inevitable becoming of this essence, your essence spilling forth in love. It's the eternal blossoming, unfolding. You're becoming a vessel of divine compassion for yourself first and then for the world. So for yourself first and then for the world. When your cup overflows, you have enough to share. And that's what you're becoming. This is your divine remembrance, is that your soul is infinite and eternal. And you're accessing that through this. And it's not forced. It's because you are believing in yourself. You're trusting in yourself. You're finally believing that you're worthy of this cup overflowing. So beautiful. Yeah, you didn't come here to survive. You came here to be reawakened, to remember your softness is not a weakness. And you're a sacred vessel of tenderness, wisdom, and light. Reading number 1, this is so beautiful. Please let me know if it resonates. I love to read your comments, and I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Reading number 2. You chose blue Aragonite, but you chose card 22. And reading number 2, card 22, if you chose this reading because of the numbers, please put that in the comments. When I saw card number 22 show up in pile 22, I got very excited, but of course, during the initial pull, I didn't want to sway anybody's decision of which reading to select. But already we know that there's a message of balance and harmony with all of those twos. And if you've been seeing 222, let me know. All right, so blue Aragonite, it's connected to the throat chakra, the heart chakra, and the third eye, and the elements water and air. It's beneficial for empaths and emotional healing. It calms emotional turbulence and supports empaths, those who absorb others' emotions. So highly sensitive people. It encourages self-forgiveness. It's great for past life recall, soul retrieval, particularly for childhood healing. It helps to soothe the inner child and integrate past life. It's also good for shamanic journeying. It facilitates connection with the higher realms, angels, spirit guides, and if you're into it, aquatic beings like dolphins, mermaids, well frequencies. It clears blockages in the throat chakra, allowing you to speak your truth with gentleness and clarity. So it's great for creative expression. And then we have the Dragonfly, and it says here, truth transcends illusion. So your divine remembrance is remembering who you truly are, and that you're not these wounds or roles or conditions that have been placed upon you, or these circumstances that you've been in, but this eternal part of you. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what else we could find out. All right, what is reading number 2's divine remembrance, divine remembering, and inevitable becoming? What is reading number 2's divine remembrance? All right. We have the Devil. Look at that. 2 of Cups. I knew there was going to be 2s showing up. Wow. Definitely balance and harmony. And 4 of Wands. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Probably not, because I have a directional microphone, but just know that the birds just started singing. All right, the first thing they show me is a change in self-identity. Some past identity that wasn't your choice, but kind of put upon you, conditioned by family, community, society. But then I see this emergence of your true identity. So that's the first thing they're showing me. And with the Devil card, what I'm seeing is that you're remembering the power that you once gave away. So you may have dimmed your light with fear, shame, the illusion that you must be small to be loved. It's this misunderstood, this potent misunderstanding of the self, both by yourself and by others. Again, I'm really seeing this identity shift. This is your sensuality, your creative force, your wild, instinctual knowing that was maybe labeled dangerous, wrong, or too much. And you're beginning to recall, to remember this divine remembering that you're not here to suffer. You're not here to deny yourself of your soul's expression. So you're reclaiming your sacred yes and your holy no. You're liberating yourself from unconscious contracts, perhaps ancestral change. You see these chains here that go back generations. You are remembering that your shadow holds medicine, not shame. So this is your spiritual reclamation. You're no longer afraid to feel everything, and you're no longer willing to betray yourself. You're going to express your true identity. And the 2 of Cups, I love that we have another 2, and I knew it. I knew that another 2 would show up. So, in this reclamation of the self, this remembrance of your true identity, who you really are at your core, it's this union within. First within you, but then it's going to be mirrored without. As within, so without. As above, so below. So it's this thing that happens first inside you. You become aligned with your true self, who you really are, and you express that true identity, and that just glows and shines, and then you're going to see that reflected back to you. So it looks romantic, and with the 4 of Wands here, I do see that. I do see this romance. If you're already in a relationship, it could be a deepening of that romance. But it is not only romance. It's this this divine becoming, this balance, this choice to be you, this reclaiming yourself, your identity, and then glowing is going to be mirrored back to you, just soul to soul. Any person, whether it's a loved one, a coworker, a child, a stranger, and literally even looking in the mirror, you're going to like who you see more, because it's you instead of a mask or some identity that was kind of placed upon you. You know, dragonflies are all about transformation. And it's not that you're changing into something else. It's becoming who you already are. It's remembering who you've always been. Remembering that you're someone who can hold sacred intimacy because you have faced your shadow and you no longer need others to fix or fill what you've already reclaimed. You're whole. And it's, I see you, and in seeing you, I see me. This is the love that heals timelines. It's really quite beautiful. And the Four of Wands is, it's still that balance. You see 2 wands here, 2 wands here, and it's stability. Fours are about stability, just like a table has 4 legs and we see 4 wands here. It's that stability. And it's your becoming is one of joy, sovereignty, sacred arrival. You're walking yourself home. I see you just like dancing barefoot, outdoors, just being that perfect version of you, wild and free. And you can look at this threshold, right? This arch here, like as a portal, a celebration, a union of what was once fragmented or felt fragmented. It's sacred partnerships that feel like soul recognition. It's community that celebrates you, not for your perfection, but for your presence. It's a life built on alignment, not obligation. So here were the chains of obligation, and now you're choosing to be you, the real you. And you're celebrating this publicly. You're reclaiming your joy. You're taking up space. And it's really quite beautiful. Reading number 2, so excited for you. I just want to say, congratulations. This feels really powerful. And I hope that this resonates. If it does, please let me know. Leave me a message. I love to read your comments. And I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 3. You chose the clear quartz and the crow spirit. And it says here, co-create with spirit. And I love the synchronicities that we have already, because clear quartz is a great connection to source itself. It acts as a bridge between you and the universe, channeling divine insight, enhancing intuitive abilities. It magnifies, amplifies your energy and the energy of other stones that you put around it, your intentions, your mantras, your prayers. it really is like a magic wand. It's a cosmic echo chamber for clarity and light. It can cleanse the aura, align all the chakras. It can reset your energy field to become more harmonious, a more harmonious frequency. And yeah, it's very programmable as far as your spiritual goals, your affirmations, you can program it with healing frequencies. It remembers what you infuse it with. It has memory. So perfect for your divine remembrance. And, Crow Spirit is card number 17, which reduces to an 8. An 8 is about abundance and cycles, and love any kind of blackbird, crows, blackbirds, grackles, ravens. If you chose this because of a love for blackbirds, please let me know. All right, let's see what the cards have to say about your divine remembrance and inevitable becoming. All right, we have the Page of Swords. The Moon. And as I'm shuffling, I'm already hearing something about your divine remembrance being that you are part of a whole. You're part of the universe. You're not separate from Source. Knight of Wands. All right. All right, right away they're showing me this sword of truth parting these clouds, this fog. And Quartz helps to bring about clarity. So I see this breakthrough, this confusion or clarity, fog clearing. And you're remembering that your mind is not your enemy. It's a divine instrument of curiosity and perception. So you're recalling, you're having this divine remembrance, you're recalling a time when you were curious, you questioned things, when your thoughts were uplifting rather than, it's like they're showing me wings and chains. So it's like your thoughts elevated you rather than kept you down. And you're remembering that, curiosity, questions, being inquisitive, experiencing wonder, these are the sacred path of Source, right? It's why we're here. It's to experience, to learn, to seek. And, when you look at it that way, your questions are holy. Your mind is not broken, it's becoming, it's unfolding, just as Source is through you. So this card is calling you back to that original self, the one who hears what others miss, maybe reads between the lines, and senses this this truth that's layered. There's not one truth, but there's these layers. There's multiple truths. It's really deep, this deep understanding. And, swords are thoughts, intelligence, communication, and it's like you're communicating with yourself and with Source, with your intuition, with your inner wisdom, with the cosmos, the universe. Yeah, and you're somehow communicating this with others. You're becoming this messenger, who's whispering what you see to others who may still be asleep, helping to awaken them. And the moon is divine mystery. It is also intuition and that inner wisdom, that deeper truth. This fog is clearing so that you can connect to your inner wisdom. And it's this knowing that doesn't come from Googling something or reading a book, or logicking something. It's your intuition and your inner wisdom. You're becoming one who walks through the fog and trusts their feet. Your divine remembrance is of a language of dreams, symbols, and subtle realms. You know that truth is beyond words sometimes. It's this deeper understanding that you feel in your bones and with your heart. And I see this leveling up of your psychic sensitivity, your ability to navigate emotional landscapes, your own and others. And this, just being this seer, this dreamer, this seer, this feeler. Yeah, you may even have dreams that are maybe you're keeping a dream journal, or you have prophetic dreams. You're getting these understandings in your dreams. You may not even completely remember the whole dream or at all, but you wake with a feeling left from that dream. And the Knight of Wands is, I love that she's going towards the intuition. It's like really, really emphasizing this intuition, trusting yourself. The Knight of Wands is bold and isn't afraid to be seen. You're becoming one who, look at this. She's writing with a branch, but this branch has leaves on it. So it's growth. It is forward movement and growth. I see you rising, ignited. This is a wild you, untamed by fear, moving towards your intuition is what you're moving towards, but also your passion. It's like your intuition is telling you that spark to follow, and you're listening. You're not just hearing these truths, not just knowing them, but you're embodying them and putting it into action, because wands are passion, their spirituality, their creativity, and their action. It's physical things. And so you're receiving this download, you're receiving this message from guides, angels, ancestors, your higher self, your inner wisdom, and you're putting it into action. So if you felt stagnant or foggy, confused, unclear, that is definitely parting. You're trusting your inner voice and you're following that spark. You're putting it into action and you're turning your insight into action, your vision into movement, your fire into form. You're forging. It's like you're the fire and the sword, the metal that's being forged. So you're piercing the veil with your questions, and you're remembering that you are part of Source. You are Source. You're Source being expressed through you, your unique you. And you're like this torch of knowing. You're navigating the unknown with your lunar sight. You're a prophet in motion. Yeah, it's like you get this inspiration, and it may even be felt in the body as opposed to a thought in the mind. It's just, you just do something. It's like somebody who steps out of the way before something falls from the sky, and they don't know why they stepped to the left, but when they did, it saved them. And so it's like sometimes even your body knows before your intellectual mind does. Wow, it's super cool. Yeah, you have, it's like this, your divine remembering is that you are Source expressing through you. Reading number 3. So happy for you. Please let me know if this resonates. I love to read your comments, and I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.